Rural Heritage on RFD TV is brought to you by Rural Heritage Magazine, a bi-monthly magazine featuring articles about farming and logging with draft animal power, small-scale diversified family farming and homesteading, and other aspects of our rich rural heritage. Rural Heritage Magazine, borrowing from yesterday to do the work of today. For subscription information, please call 319-362-3027 or order online at www.ruralheritage.com.
Yeah, it's the 40th annual North Dakota Draft Horse Association Field Days, so it's we do it every year, the same weekend in June every year, and just a different family hosts it every year, and we decided to take it on this year. So.
Have you done it before?
Nope. This is they kind of joke that you kind of end up being about a 10-year rotation, but I don't know, the wife's not convinced yet if it's going to be a rotation or not, so it's
a bit of a project putting this on.
There's a lot of work that goes into it, but when you see a field full of trailers and horses, and then you see everybody out in the field working, it definitely makes it worth it, you know, and it's a good time.
You got to be pleased with the turnout you got.
Well, absolutely. I think we're close to 20 teams of horses, so yeah. That was our other fear with the virus thing, is to go through all the effort to get it ready, and then you only have 4 or 5 teams show up. You know, is it worth that effort? But being the 40th, we didn't really want to cancel, and trying to postpone it gets to be tough too, just because a lot of these guys are egg-based, you know, different farmers or different things like that. So, you know, for me, I've only been with the association for probably about 10 years now, and this is I started going to field days in 2013, so I'm still fairly new to doing this, but the different generations, like you said, the old timers that were out there in the field, that'll, you know, not only they're teaching you and you know, expanding on what you have for your knowledge of working your horses, but the stories they have, you know, there's so much more than just working your horses. It's the whole, you know, the whole atmosphere of it. It's great seeing the younger people, because I know they've always had a concern about that, you know, it's an aging group all the time, and there seems to be less and less people that want to be in it. But you know, when you see the turnout with a lot of these kids, and a lot of them are kids and grandkids of some of the original members, so that you see that generationally that they continue on, is pretty cool to see. So, and then, you know, even for myself, my girls and my little guy, they enjoy being out with the horses, so hopefully this is something they'll want to continue on, you know, with once I'm no longer around either. So, but
they're Barney and Bailey. I only started driving 2 years ago. So.
How old are they?
20.
Each?
Yep.
Each one is 20 years old?
Yep.
They're pretty heads up for as old as they are.
I know.
They act like they're a lot younger.
Yeah, they do. This is the first time they've been anywhere all year.
What kind of stuff do you like to do with them?
Cut hay, disc, parades. So.
You only been doing this for a couple years, you said?
Yep.
How come you got started?
My brother. I liked helping him drive and figured I'd get into it too.
That's your team?
Yep. Willie and Johnny.
How old are they?
Johnny's 8 and Willie's 10. They're full brothers.
They stand good for you.
Yeah.
Better as they get tired.
I have to give it credit for that to one of my Amish friends. He uses them in the field quite a bit. So.
Yeah. And then during the summer, then do you keep them and they work them in the spring and you get them back in the summer, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I just got him back Tuesday.
Okay.
So he's had them since April.
And then you'll send them back again next year?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Okay. All right.
He likes cutting hay with these two better than his own horses. So.
Okay.
I get so busy in the summer I don't get as much time to drive them as I'd like to. So.
Sure. Well, they probably move along pretty good on the mower.
Oh yeah.
They're proportionally big horses.
Yeah.
I'm Mary Hoglund from Fargo, North Dakota.
And how long have you been with the club?
Oh, quite a few years. My father-in-law is actually one of the founders of the club.
Okay, all right. And this is the 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary of field days, where they have gathered and worked in the field with the horses, and it's always a good time. They bring all the kids, the grandparents, everybody jumps in and comes. The field day is just so everybody can, we're all friends from across the whole state. We just bring out our horses and we just play with them for the weekend. I've seen the little kids are now parents and they have little kids at field days.
And they keep coming back.
And they keep coming back.
Chris's and Percherons are mine.
Okay.
Mine I borrow out to the Amish all the time, so mine are pretty in tune to this. They had 8 weeks this spring of that. And I got 3 teams, so there's, actually I have that whole hitch. And so they know what they're doing, but it just takes a little time to get new horses together.
Sure. Those are your Belgians that are on that hitch?
Yep, mine and my wife.
Uh-huh.
I got one on there, and then the wife's team's the other pair on there.
Okay.
I got Deuce on there, he's mine. I got Ace and Deuce, they're 20, they're half brothers. She's got Butch and Barney, and they're 16, and they're half brothers. prettiest horses in the state.
What do you like to do with them besides go to field days?
So we put our garden in with them. We plow, disc, till, spread the manure. We hay with them. We'll be starting haying here in a couple weeks. And then we give wagon rides out at Medora out at the chateau for the summer. So they're hooked up every weekend somewhere, and then plus during the week with the garden and the haying. So
What do you put up in the garden?
we put potatoes and corn.
Okay.
Something that's easy enough done with horses.
Yeah.
So we got about an acre. We put half an acre of corn and half an acre of potatoes in.
So you plant, cultivate, hill.
Yep. We'll
Harvest?
dig the potatoes with the horses.
You got an old style
Yep.
potato
Yep.
harvester?
Picked one up in Minneapolis last year. Went over there, and it's the old style. I have no idea numbers or not.
Hi, I'm Joe Mishka of Rural Heritage Magazine. I'm on location of one of the many events we cover that celebrates our rural heritage. If you enjoy our show, check out our magazine, where you'll learn more about the people that blend the past with what works today. You can save almost 20% off the newsstand price by subscribing at ruralheritage.com or chat with us at 877-647-2452. That's toll-free, 877-647-2452.
My dad's always had a team, and up through the years, and we raised horses in the 70s for a while and kind of backed off for a while, and my dad horse pulled when it first started up in North Dakota, and then we got into hitching a little, and then I went back to raising some for a while, and right now I'm in this phase where I don't know if I'm gonna raise horses or quit doing horses or what I'm gonna do. It really is a good group, and we're getting some good young guys back in with the association here, so it's really good.
So have you seen a lot of changes in the association?
Well, not a lot. I mean, through the years, the old ones kept coming, and we've lost a lot of our older members now. In fact, I guess I am one of the old members now, but we, through the years, the old ones hung on pretty good, and my age started coming in, and now they're kids, and we're getting some that didn't even grow up with draft horses that are getting involved in it. So.
I can get a hold of her and get her in the garage whenever you're ready.
Yeah, there's no worries. I'm here all day. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about the models that you have in there. About how many horses do you think that your grandpa harnessed
Oh man.
as models?
Oh, I would say.
500?
Oh, I would say at least.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's that, like I said, what we've got in there is just a portion of it. I mean, I showed you those boxes that are plumb full. I've got relatives that have them. I've given out a few horses to a few friends. You know, the biggest thing is he's not around anymore. So there's an end game to that. There's only so many of them. It's not, you know, and Dad had talked about doing it too, but he kind of just realized that was kind of Grandpa's special thing, and he just kind of wants to honor it that way. But I would say, yeah, I know they used to have a piano in the basement, and Grandpa had horses lined on the top of that piano, and he had them double deep all the way across the whole top of that piano, and it was all harness horses. And like I said, then all the ones I've got in there, Dad's got in the house, and so yeah, he started the one, there's the wedding carriage in there is actually a replica of the carriage and horse that my wife and I got married in, and he took a few pictures and went home and he built that all. It didn't take a single measurement. It was just purely off of, you know, what he'd seen. And so that was the first carriage he ever made, and then there's a partial one sitting next to it. That was the last one that, before he got too sick with the cancer, that he couldn't complete it. But
Thanks for joining us today at Rural Heritage and RFD TV, where we borrow from yesterday to do the work of today.
This program is available for purchase. To order your copy, please call 319-362-3027 or visit www.ruralheritage.com. Rural Heritage is a bi-monthly magazine dedicated to draft animal farming and logging, as well as other aspects of our rich rural heritage. It is published by Mishka Press, which also offers a complete line of back-to-the-land books, DVDs, and calendars. Call or write for a catalog or subscription information, or visit our website at www.ruralheritage.com.